season 7, episode 3 of the Film Bros Centric podcast. Excuse me. I am Tim with my co-host Patrick. How you doing, buddy?
Enjoying the vibes. This movie has good vibes. It's a good vibe movie. That's about all it's got going
Okay.
for it.
Yeah, all right. I kind of get that. Yeah. See,
So I'm having some hot chocolate because it's
is
like
that what you're doing?
'tis the season.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. See, as soon as I got a little
Fall.
into this movie, I was kind of like, oh man, I made the wrong pick. This is not gonna go well for me. Um, and I'm an honest man. I'm gonna have to score this honestly, and I'm just like, I'm really hoping that have not seen category goes well for me, because that's where I might have to pick up some points.
I think it'll do better for you than for me in that category. So we watched Practical Magic this week.
We sure did. We sure did. So, practical magic. Two witch sisters raised by their eccentric aunts in a small town face closed-minded prejudice and a curse which threatens to prevent them from ever finding lasting love.
This kiss, this kiss.
Well, stepping into another bonus category there a little bit, but yeah,
Yeah, that song's gonna be stuck in my head for a minute. I hadn't heard that song in a minute.
yeah.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
it's certainly been a little bit, and to be honest, I almost forgot about it again, even
Really?
after watching the movie. And I was like, because I watched this movie kind of in advance, knowing it was leaving HBO Max. Sorry, everybody else.
I
Um,
paid for the rental.
oh, did you? I saw it on my HBO Max, so I got
This
it
is
out of the
coming.
way.
I had like you gave me like 2 days to watch this before Halloween. I'm like, I'm simply not going to do that.
I knocked it out. Um,
I
Again, the
had
wife wanted to watch. It was like something she wanted to do before Halloween, so I was like, okay, fine. I gotta watch
well,
this anyway.
the vibes works, but it just like wasn't what I wanted to watch.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
during the last
Well,
week of October, I'm like, I'm watching
clearly
horror
I watched
movies.
this movie and it wasn't what I wanted to watch either. But so I got it out of the way, but I didn't do my notes till like today. And
Yeah.
so I'm like doing the notes and I get to that category. I'm like, was there any drops? Like I don't even
Oh no,
remember.
this movie has a couple of good
And
ones. Yeah.
and then I just looked up the soundtrack really quick and I was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Like this is definitely a drop for sure. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I guess we'll get into our first category here. And so I gave you such a hard time in the last episode about like having to put your romantic
Leading man.
couple
Yeah.
in this
Mm.
category, and
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, okay, like I guess now a hypocrite. I just can't do that for this
He
movie.
might have less screen time than Paul Rudd and Clueless Aiden Quinn.
I feel like he
It
does.
he shows up 55 minutes into this movie.
Yeah.
I checked. I was like, damn, it takes a long while before we get a romantic lead in this.
Long time, right? I guess you get like a little bit of her first
Yeah,
relationship, but
Mark
it's all
Firestein.
all,
Yeah,
all through
Firestein.
montage, like mostly. Like I'm not
Yeah,
even sure he gets a line or two, maybe quick things. I'm
I
not.
like not like yeah. I mean, stuff
Yeah.
said background. Like it's not like the main.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess we don't want to overstep in that category, I guess. So yeah, so it was really hard to it was like, yeah, I can't even justify putting him here. So I put it with Sally,
Yeah.
and I also put Jillian in here too.
But Nicole. Okay. So
Yeah,
so there's a way you can say this. Like this movie, the men are incidental, and
right,
it's really about the love between the two sisters.
right.
And that's a fine reading of the movie. It's not really what we're going after in this season, but if you want to go
Right.
that way, I can go that way.
I the problem I
Because I'll be honest, even
have,
in the romantic parts, I wrote up the sister. I still left it as Sandra Bullock is definitively the lead of this movie,
right,
um,
without a doubt.
and I have Nicole Kidman as the top supporting character. But even the romantic stuff, I mixed in the stuff between the two sisters because honestly, I was searching, and
Yeah,
their stuff gave me more awes than anything going on between her and Aiden Quinn.
for sure. And you definitely see the relationship there between them, but at the same time, it's like if that is the real kind of relationship here, clearly it's more one-sided. Like this is Sandra Bullock's movie.
Yeah.
right? Like it's what it is. It's really about Sally because like I mean, Jillian, the Nicole Kidman part is really like backstory kind of like they barely go into her journey at all.
Mm.
And so it's really all focused in that Sally character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's get into Sally.
Yeah.
Sally
Sally.
Owens, played by Sandra Bullock. She's a witch who comes from a long line of witches. Her
But she's
ancestor,
naturally gifted in it.
yes, her ancestor Maria accidentally cursed her family line. Any man who falls in love with an Owens woman is fated to die. Whoops.
Yeah. And
Then
it's
after
always a
her dad
cricket that
died, it's a beetle, death beetle.
is a
Come on.
beetle. Whatever. Whatever. Whatever.
And her mom died of a broken heart. Sally
Yeah,
never wished to fall in love.
was that weird?
I mean, it.
Was it
So,
just me?
so this movie originally was much darker. Supposedly, there's a
I would
darker cut,
assume because I
and
there's stuff
the
there that I'm like
producers
there's
got
something else there.
the studio got involved and were like, yeah, we're gonna re-edit the hell out of this thing and make this a lot more light and fluffy, because
Okay.
like, so the mom killed herself, right? Like that's what happened.
Right, that's what happened. Totally.
Unless like this is like uh, Revenge of the Sith, where like she literally just died of a broken heart from the
You're right.
sides.
There's some vibes from the ants that I'm like, oh, that's gonna come back later. We're gonna find out the real story with the mom, and then like the movie ended. I was like, I guess we're not. But
Yeah.
that was the vibe that I was kind of almost getting. Like, sure, yeah, broken heart, but like, totally, that's what happened.
Right. Yeah, the funny thing, because this movie is so obviously heavily re-edited,
Right.
it it's a bunch of like fun scenes, but never really comes together as a cohesive movie, I don't think. Um,
Yeah. It's
so like I
too
remember watching this.
short for all the things it wants to do.
It's not short at all. It's like an hour and 45.
I know, which is weird because no one ever really gets enough here to flesh anything out, I feel.
Yeah, well, except for Sandra Bullock. But
Yeah.
I remember watching this a bunch of times on HBO because like, yeah, it's a fun vibe movie. It's just pleasant. But like when you sit and watch it and you try to analyze it, it really falls apart. Like in seconds, as
Yeah.
soon as you try to analyze it, like, oh, all right.
Yeah. For sure.
Um,
Especially when you're trying to analyze the different kind of relationships and all that kind of stuff. And there's just like some holes. You're like, what? Um,
but even still, like,
yeah.
I still like the vibes. Like the vibes are excellent for this movie. It's the best thing going for it. And
Well, I think because it is insanely well casted again. Like
yeah,
they cast the heck out of it, and you just have some charismatic people like crazy in these roles, especially even some of the, and we'll get to that later, but like even some of the townspeople that have like
yeah,
almost no roles are like these are actually like legit, like either oh that person or like people that even you find out like oh that's a really good actors
yeah,
later on. So it's just like it's filled with all of this that it's like it really does a lot of heavy lifting for the movie.
yeah. Um, I'm gonna get into some other costuming later with talking about Nicole Kidman, but Sandra Bullock in the high-waisted cutoff jean shorts with the top that almost bare midriff, excellent look.
Yeah.
Worked for me.
Were you just
Uh,
digging her like all dirty running up to the man that will be her future husband scene too? You're like,
oh yeah,
please run to me.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good look.
Even though you're all dirtied up, like I like it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have cared. I would not have cared.
Yeah, I think most men would feel that same position, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Sally is secretly given a love spell to push her into falling in love with the local produce guy, Michael.
Yeah.
They fall in
Weird.
love and get married and have two daughters. Michael dies, and his death is just fucking absurd.
It's kind of nutty,
He
yeah.
just like wasn't suddenly in the middle of the road. Like you could see like the bikers, the guys in the bike
The
cycle.
cyclists.
They,
Yeah.
they obviously couldn't get out of the way, no problem. He's not hurt. But then this truck comes out of nowhere and runs him over. I'm like,
Well, yeah, because at first it's like almost
was it a
seems
drunk
like
driver
like a
or
light-hearted like music video
the
or
montage you're talking about when they're talking
no, I'm
about?
talking about his death.
Oh,
Like it like the way they
oh.
like you know what I mean? Like I feel like somebody
I
could
don't
have
think
like
so because there's
thrown
that
a
panic with her trying to
Mentos
get the.
thing or something at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like
It
got out
is
of this one with the
shot a
cyclists.
little
Like
bit
it's
like the Mentos
you know
commercial.
what I
It's
mean?
funny.
Like it's a
Yeah.
little weird and lighthearted at first, but then like
Well, yeah, but it's
truck.
cut together
It's
with like Sandra
what?
Bullock trying to get this death beetle and then you could stop.
Right. I thought that part worked.
Yeah,
There was parts of it that worked, but it's the weird cyclist thing before all of it
but
was just like, were we trying to psych people out at
I
first?
I wish there was some like explanation that they threw like, oh well, the truck driver was drunk because like, is there really a curse? Is it not a curse at all? I don't
Right.
know. So it's like I wish there was something there.
I was driving a truck and then I wasn't. I just showed up in this field. Like I don't know. Like it's ridiculous. Because it's weird with its magic anyway. In
Magic's
this
always
movie,
that way.
that's what I always hate about magic personally. But yeah, I have my magic issues.
So yeah, as Tim mentioned, that the town is very disturbed by the family and doesn't even want to make eye
Yes,
contact with them sometimes, and they do this
they
like
have nasty chants that they.
Sally is right about that chant. It is a lame ass chant. Witch,
Yeah,
witch, you're a witch.
yeah, it's not creative at all.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, nobody
Obviously,
likes them. They're shunned, basically from the start.
I guess Sally does a lot of reading. She knows that Louis L'Amour is not a foreigner and grew up in North Dakota. That was impressive because I didn't know that. I, I had to look up who Louis L'Amour was. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, 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 Hondo. All right.
You know what? Again, it still works because Sandra Bullock can probably pull off almost anything she wants. Like it's just the way she delivers it is really great. But
Oh,
yeah,
it's her talent is. She's so goddamn good.
she's so charismatic, and no
She
matter what,
can really like turn coal into diamonds. Just
right?
her ability.
Some really bad stuff, and she can somehow make it really entertaining.
Yeah, this is like probably one of the most impressive performances just because of what she's working with here. It's like, God damn,
Yeah.
she's good.
Yep.
Um, I'm not sure if they brought Jimmy back with magic. They didn't like she finished the spell. They're supposed to stick the needles in his eyes. Uh,
Yeah, but I don't know if it's again because she's so powerful. Maybe that's kind of what I was going with, and the
that's an
sister bond
interpretation.
together as well, right? Because clearly there's a little bit extra mojo going on there, as we kind of intimate to at the end of the movie. So that's kind of what I took it as. Like she doesn't even realize when she is using magic at times. You know what I mean? There's several times where we catch her like stirring her drink is stirring without her realizing when she's supposed to be not using magic. Um, so it kind of goes to show you with that, I guess. Like she's using it and so developed and even early on when they show her younger version of herself and her ridiculous what do you call it? A spell, I guess, that she does when she's a
Right.
youngling. Yeah.
Um. Anyway, yeah. Cast iron pan to the back of the head. That gets the job done to finally kill him. But like, burying him
Every
in the
time.
yard. Like, come on, ladies. You don't watch any true crime? That's a terrible move.
Well, I was more taken back by having his car, just
Yeah,
in the
that was a
front yard parked. It's
dumb
like,
L.
that's an interesting choice. Like, because
Yeah.
at first you don't get that or at least, and then all of a sudden it's there and he's investigating the car and I'm like, really? We just left it in the front. We didn't think
These
about
girls are
that.
not good at crime. And
Yeah,
Sally, like after her husband dies, she like rejects ever using magic ever again. Doesn't want her daughters using magic.
right.
She's constantly using magic, even accidentally in this movie. Like she's stirring her
Yeah, that's what
coffee
I
all
was
the time
saying.
with
Yeah.
magic. It's just
You don't realize her drinks being stirred and all that kind of stuff. You kind of get the impression too, I guess, even when she was with her husband, she wasn't really using magic. She just wanted to be a normal person kind of
right. So it
deal.
was very
But
important to her
like,
to be normal.
yeah, but she was like clearly that naturally infused with it or whatever that it was always kind of happening.
Yeah. So, what'd you give this category for? Or because you
Um,
want to talk about Jilly now, or did you want to hold it back for later?
well, I mean, I put Jillian in this category. She is kind of there. Um, throughout kind of the whole movie too and
Yeah.
even sometimes when it's like not her perspective, Sally's still talking about her and what's going on with her kind of deal. So and I kind of took it as like I this was my problem with this movie. Like I feel like it probably should have been more about the sisters. um and I just kind of feel like Nicole Kidman sometimes is kind of there, but there is like an interesting journey that they barely go on with her.
All due respect to Aiden Quinn, who
Right.
has turned in some very fine performances. He doesn't have an eighth of the amount of chemistry as Nicole Kidman has with Sandra Bullock.
Right.
So every time that those two interacting, like I'd rather it just be her and Sandra Bullock, Nicole Kidman, and Sandra Bullock. This
Yeah.
we don't need the dudes here. This is terrible. But like, that's the story. So it's just
Yeah. And but it's like it needed one or the other, really. Like it's either we needed a lot less of the Jimmy stuff and a whole lot less of that.
I think the
Um,
Jimmy stuff is good and needed to be in the movie. I think there's we just didn't need anything go with Gary. Fucking Gary. His name's Gary.
yeah, I guess another problem for me too. I mean, I don't know if it steps on the romance category too, but it's like it should be like her like opening herself back up to love again after loss and grief and all that kind of stuff. But this is
Right.
kind of more just like prophecy dropped in your lap again. So it's weird and it undercuts things. So I feel like there's issues with our heroes in general with that, our leads. And again, I kind of felt this was a problem with Jillian too, right? Because clearly there was like a whole abuse storyline and letting herself get abused
Yeah, a lot of that
and
stuff get cut out of the movie. That was
yeah, and
another director
it
talked
just
about.
felt weird and dropped. And so I put
Inside
that
Studios
here.
like we don't need this. This is too much.
But again, it's just to me, it's very noticeable. It's very
Oh yeah.
noticeable, and it hurt my scoring of this category because it was just like it wanted to be so many different things and really should have just focused on Sandra Bullock. And then I felt like more so than it already did. Like we needed to just drop some stuff, and we also needed I think a better journey or something to get her to this letting love in instead of again prophecy just dropped. It didn't work for me character wise.
So Nicole Kidman as Gillian Owens, the wild child and less talented witch, Owens' sister.
Yeah, she
Julie
doesn't
has
have that
lives
natural ability.
doesn't have any of Sally's fears and recklessly searches for love and adventure.
Right.
Um, Nicole Kidman choker necklace in the beginning of the movie. Yes, please. Um, I I laughed when Nicole Kidman's accent slipped, and she's
When did it slip?
when they're putting Jimmy on the table in the house, like, so Sally, watch his balls.
Oh,
I was like,
stepping on comedy there is one of the few
oh,
funny
okay.
parts of this movie too. But yeah,
Oh, did you write it up in comment? Okay, that's
I
fair.
did write that up in comedy. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, it's well, did you write up because of the accent slipping or?
No, I actually just thought it was really funny.
Hmm. Well,
Anytime you're talking
anyway,
about it, balls in general is funny.
Nicole
So
Kidman is great in this movie, as is Sandra Bullock. The two of them are
yeah,
fantastic, but like, yeah, the characters are half baked,
yeah,
and yeah, I just
I,
wish it movie concentrated on
yeah.
just their relationship. So anyway, what'd you give the category?
I gave it a 4, and I gave it
Whoa,
I
that's a
know,
really high score for somebody who thought very sad,
I
not
know,
great about it.
I know. Well, to me, I think
Wow.
it's a testament mostly to wow, these are really great actresses, and they can elevate some stuff out of crap. Um,
Okay. All right.
and so
I gave this a 2.5.
oh
Because like it was like
wow.
this is just like it's not a good character, but Sandra Bullock is very winning. So like just with her talent alone,
I
it raises it
originally
up to a
put it in
passing
as a
grade.
3. I did originally put it as a 3, but then I was like, I'm giving it another point just because these actresses are so freaking good. And so I went an extra point for it.
Okay. Well, we'll see where we end up.
Yeah.
Romance. The rom in this rom-com.
Yeah. I went lower here.
So like I said, I wrote up the sister stuff along with the
I didn't even include the
hetero
sister
stuff
stuff in here.
because that gave me more odds than anything else. So like Jilly
Yeah.
sensing Sally needing her and driving cross country and just showing up in her bed and Sally almost immediately crying into her arms just gave me the oh
Yeah.
sister.
Yeah. And you
Um,
see a lot of it even when they're kids too, pretty early on and stuff as well.
uh,
And when she leaves and the whole blood thing, that will come back, later, so all that's there too.
um, Sally's letter to Jilly. I just want someone to love me. I want to be seen. It got me. That was good.
Right.
Uh, okay. So yeah, the Gary and Sally.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, again, I like the montage stuff, even though we don't really get anything from the character or anything. But like,
oh, her and the
from the husband
Michael.
and Michael, I think what worked so well is first off, I think that guy is good. And it's sad
Mark Firestein?
he basically
Yeah.
got like nothing to do there, but you can see his charisma already jumping even from like two
Oh,
lines, right?
yeah.
That he gets. So
That's a good act. Yeah, Mark Firestein's a good actor.
I
He's
wanted to give him a little props. Like, I mean, it's like even like he's basically just in montage only. I can see how maybe there was something legit
I
going on
have
there.
a casting what if for you
Yeah.
that it's gonna leave you speechless for a minute.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
And then I would also say like her grief really sells that romance and what they had and all that kind of stuff. And so again, that kind of goes back into Sandra Bullock is doing a great job. But she really kind of owns that part. Yeah, when we get to Gary, I have so many issues.
Gary. I I
First off, his
there's
name's Gary.
there's a part early on where he gets into her house and she's just finished like cutting a bunch of rose bushes that have magically appeared overnight,
Right,
and she's got
because of
these
the
cuts all
body
over
they
her,
buried.
and he starts like dabbing at the bleeding cuts on her chest.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's that's weird. I think it's supposed to be romantic. Like he's like not even paying attention to what she's saying. He's like, gotta get this blood. It's like,
Like I'm just let me just help you out before this goes in. I mean, it really should have been for that to work better, especially in a comedy way. Like that should have been more like over the top with the bleeding or something, um, to make that work better. Otherwise, it is just kind of weird.
yeah, well, Sandra Bullock, the power of Sandra Bullock trying to be as cute as possible with this
Right,
thing, saying like I can't for some reason I can't lie to him and all that. Like, and she's so flustered by him, which I'm like,
right.
why? But okay. Um,
Because it's the one she, cast a spell
so
for
like,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, he checks off all the things that she had asked for when she was like, 6
Right.
or
It's like a
whatever.
moment where he like flips the pancake in the air, and it's like, oh,
Makes them into fun shapes too, like a cactus.
yeah.
And they all
Because
look
that,
burnt as hell. All those
yeah.
pancakes look burnt.
Right. But it was one of the things, right? And he's got two different color eyes. And
And
oh
he's,
man.
did you catch what song they were humming? Because they were humming Sally's favorite song that was on her list. I'm like, what song? I can't hear. What is that
No,
song?
I didn't even catch that.
I had the closed captioning on, see if they would even talk about it. Like, no, they're not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a laundry list of things that he's just checking off.
Yeah.
But it's just, I guess it feels like they're checking lists versus like, oh my God,
Right.
they feel the chemistry. I'm like, not really.
Not really. Like, yeah, I mean, you clearly see he's very interested and infatuated with her right away. But yeah,
Intrigued by
not
her.
and
Uh,
yeah, because it does kind of go from like this is so weird and interesting
right.
to full on I can't quit you, like it like all of a sudden goes like hardcore. You're like, where did this come from? Like it's very rushed.
Well, we find out like when she gets to his hotel room to make her confession about everything that he's been reading her letter like over and over again that she had
Yeah,
sent to
because
Joey that he had
she's like,
found.
oh, it looks like it's been used or like read all a bunch or something.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, like it was brand new as of like a couple weeks ago, and now it looks like it's ancient because it's been uh, looked over a bunch of times. He says like, "Oh,
right.
just a few times. I had to examine all the evidence."
Yeah,
But then like Gary like cuts off her confession like before she really gets into it, and just like starts making out with her like immediately, and it's like,
yeah,
and then she's into it, and they're on the bed, and that's when she notices the eyes, and she runs away like, "Oh God!"
yeah.
And
But
then they get back to the house after some craziness, and
he almost immediately arrives too.
I wrote that up in comedy, like unintentional comedy, of how bad that is. I'm going to
Well,
talk about that
there
in a minute.
is one of the things that she lists in her spell or whatever
I
that he
forgot
would,
about that. He just shows up when she needs him.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Another example
yep.
of romance, I guess.
Although I think the spell was like more like I would call for him, even though if he can't hear me, he knows and will come. She
Right.
didn't call at all, so maybe they didn't mean literally. So, but whatever.
Right. Right. But like Gary admits he read Sally's letter 1,000 times. He thinks that's
Yeah,
why he really came to his island more than finding Jimmy.
right.
And then Sally admits to Gary that she believes he's only there because of the spell she casts his little girl, and the feelings he feels are just because of the spell. And Gary responds, "Yeah, well, all relationships have problems." And then Gary points out that curses only have power for believing them, and he doesn't. And he also says he wished for her too. Oh.
That line kind of worked. It
Yeah,
kind of
no,
worked.
I when he starts being admitting to his feelings,
Yeah,
that's the best Aiden Quinn is in the movie.
right.
It feels like the most honest, and good. Yeah, and then eventually he disappears and comes back after clearing her of any wrongdoing
Yeah, he's
magically.
like already filling into stepdaddy role, basically. Like he's like holding one of the kids at the end and stuff. I'm
Well,
like,
before that, gives her like a
okay,
he returns to the island, he gives her a big smooch, and the whole family just like looks on beaming, like ah.
yeah.
So what did you give the romance of this movie?
I gave it a 2.5.
I gave it a two.
Okay,
It
so I
really
only went.
never does much of anything for me. The sister stuff does more for me, and that's felt weird to
The
write up.
sister stuff, and I didn't even really put that in here, yeah. But like, I don't
I was
know, like
searching.
it's it's fine. I find a lot of it fine. Nothing's bad,
Mm.
per se. I mean, the biggest issue is the rushness of everything there with that relationship. But I don't know. It's fine.
Um, yeah. So if we're grading this thing as a rom-com, it's just not going to do well because not a lot of rom in this movie, and the
Right.
com also is kind of failing. So,
Right.
let's get into the comedy.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty
Um,
low for me.
one of the opening lines, Anna's sister Maria slept with the husbands whose wives were on the hanging committee. Made me
Yeah.
laugh. Like those had to have been some fun meetings. I'd watch a whole movie about the hanging committee.
Yeah.
They got to
Yeah.
meet every month or every week. What's the hanging committee's schedule like? I want to know about that.
Yeah, that sounds like a comedy.
Um, so yeah, one of the first bits of unintentional comedy is putting young Sandra Bullock in some horn rim glasses to make her look less hot.
Yeah,
I
right.
was like,
She's like the homely girl. Like, okay,
right, right. We're doing the Love Potion #9 thing on her again. You know what?
right.
You put
Didn't
Sandra
work
Bullock in
then.
horn rim glasses, she looks hot. She just does. Sorry. Take them off, she still looks
She's
hot. There's
just
no
naturally
glassing her up.
beautiful, so
Yeah,
it's kind of hard. Yeah, which is great with the what is it? Not Another Teen Movie did a great joke on that. So
right.
yeah, I kind of liked the bit. What was it about Jillian and the ants talking about Jillian, and like they make some comment about hope she finds a guy to go through her. Like she goes through a lot of guys, and then one of them's like, I hope she finds a guy to go through her or whatever. And it was just like it had some dirty innuendo kind of comment there that I really liked. That made me laugh.
Mm. Oh, it's just like they want some guy to go through Sally. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
The ants want very much want her to get laid. They say
Yeah.
some really messed up stuff later. Um, so yeah, Sally has to go and rescue Jilly. So the ants are taking the kids to the solstice celebration.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
Sally
one.
says fine, but she doesn't want her kids dancing naked under the full moon. And Jet reminds her that the nudity is entirely optional.
Yeah.
Later, when the kids come back, like we danced naked under the full moon, it was awesome, great.
Yeah.
Uh, whipped cream in the magic spell made me laugh.
Or
Not
her
sure.
again taking whipped cream like basically off the dead
Gotcha.
body. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, we got more of that humor.
Mm-hmm. I like
Again, the
that.
cyclist, by the way, with Michael dying made me laugh. I forgot about that one.
That made you laugh? Okay.
The cyclist stuff was so ridiculous that the truck hitting him was just like so like what?
All
Like
right.
it made I don't think it was intentional
No,
comedy,
there's
but
unintentional
but
comedy in
it
this movie.
it
Yeah.
made me laugh. Yeah.
So actually,
Um
one of the best scenes in this movie, one that I most remembered for impure reasons. Sally never gets picked for the phone tree day. Still gets
right.
ostracized for being a witch. So Jilly hears about this and decides to make a scene at the school. Is that a snake tattoo? And there's one on her boob too.
Yeah.
And then Jilly overhears the whispering about her and it's like, whoop, that's right, I'm back. Hold on to your husbands, girls. And she does this like pelvic thrust thing a few times. It's very funny. And yeah, it
It
left an
works. I think it
impression on
was even
me.
in the trailer.
Sure
Um
was.
I did like
And
there's
then Jilly
a
magic
bit
Sally to the top of the food tree list and gives her a round of applause. Like,
yeah.
I did that.
There's like two different things I want to say here. First, backtracking slightly, I did like where one of Sally's daughters tells a kid that he's going to get the chicken pox.
And later we see him get the chicken
And then the
pox.
later scene,
Yeah.
we actually see him with chicken pox. That actually made me laugh. I thought that was
Hmm.
pretty funny. And then about that scene, there is a part where like a pencil or something snaps at a lady and she gets like hurt or something in that classroom. And
Yeah.
then Sally's like, "Stop it!" to Jillian. She's like, "I didn't do that one." And then the
He's like,
phone tree thing happens. She's like,
she's
"That
like,
one I did."
yeah.
So I enjoyed that. That was funny.
Yeah. The ants doing midnight margaritas is tons of fun until it isn't. Until she's getting ready.
Until actually I thought it was like legitly a little creepy. I kind of dug that. There's like some nice moments a couple times where it's like, oh, that's kind of creepy. Like it sometimes does okay with the transition to the light fun to being
Yeah,
like,
the original
that's
darkness for this movie
dark.
sometimes seeps in a bit too much. Like, oh, what?
Yeah, yeah. Like I was like, okay,
But still,
they
like the
took like
idea of
that
like,
Casper technology and made it real messed up looking. Like, you know?
but yeah, still, I enjoyed, the girls getting up midnight to have margaritas and dance to Harry Nilsson's Coconut. That's good
Yeah, I
time.
think it's
That's
kind
just
of
fun. Good
it's one
vibes.
of
Good
its most
vibes.
classic scenes of this movie is that scene and again it's like you want these ants to be your ants and we'll get to that more later but anyway
Sally asking
um
to see Antonia's kazoo for a second and then tossing it out of the room made me laugh. The
because they're
noise it
hungover.
made as it
Yeah,
flew, just
I feel like every
legit
parent too
LOL.
just felt that moment too where you might have drank too much and your kid is being loud and obnoxious the next day. You're like, oh God.
Yeah, but just like grabbing the kazoo and then like
Oh
the
yeah,
kazoo making the kazoo noise, it's flying there.
yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
um I do like again some of the back and forth of them with the boyfriend being killed or them killing him like some of
Jimmy?
that stuff is pretty funny. I thought you know just the sibling fighting of them like how much did you give him like you
I don't
know
know. I
and
didn't
like
have a measuring cup. Yeah, yeah.
yeah exactly that kind of stuff and again the as you mentioned earlier the balls thing. And it's like, watch his
Balls.
balls or whatever. You watch his balls. You know, like it's just like that kind of banter, sibling stuff just made me feel, I don't know, warms and fuzzies. And it also just made me laugh, for sure.
Um,
Um,
is he cute?
it, yeah.
Yeah, in a sort of penal code sort of way. Uh, did you and your sister kill James Angelo? Oh yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
You can't lie. Yeah, I wrote this up in unintentional comedy. Sally runs home knowing Jilly's in trouble. She walks in on her being possessed by Jimmy's ghost, and Gary's inexplicably there, too, all of a sudden with gun drawn. I was like,
Yeah. Runs up
"Where
right
the
behind her.
fuck did
Yep.
you come from, man? You were in your
Um,
hotel room not but 2 seconds ago. You were there looking out the window while she was like far away, and suddenly you're just there seconds after her. What the hell?" Uh,
Um, there is a part, and I wasn't sure I was gonna put this as my ending quote. I just got to put it out because I need to help this category as much as I can. Um, there is a funny line where I think the ants were giving them a hard time about Sally, and then she's like, "When is it a crime in this family to be a slut?" Which I thought was a fun line and enjoyable. They were all laughing about that one.
yes, that was part of Dark Margarita time.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, then we have they need a coven to break the possession. So Sally activates the phone tree that she's now the head of, and she's just in. Chloe Webb is on the phone, very excited to announce that Sally just came out as a witch.
right.
Which I was like, I was like, oh, she just came out. I was like, yeah, late '90s gay humor, good times.
Mm.
Um,
There's some stuff too where she does start to be like kind of more honest, especially even towards Gary, you know, like, you know, we kill our husbands too. Did you kill him here? No, not in this house or whatever. You keeping him here? No, not in this house or whatever. So there's like some of that kind of stuff that was kind of funny from Sandra Bullock as well.
um, yeah, so the ladies of the town band together to help because fuck guys and yay gossip.
Yeah.
Funny. Another funny unintentional funny things for me is the youngest daughter, Antonia, who is just like smacking the broom on the ground as the ladies are sweeping Jimmy's magic ashes out of the house, but she doesn't like clearly doesn't know how to use a broom. She's just like smacking it on the ground. It's like, what the hell is this? Could no one pull this child aside and tell her how to sweep?
I would have, the one lady that brought the dustbuster would have been really handy in this moment, and they didn't use her dustbuster. Like,
Good
come
call.
on, this you were gonna get more of the ashes with this technology. Come on, 21st century, let's go.
Hmm. Um, and then I laughed out loud at Jilly just having a black cat at the end of the movie. And like, where the fuck did this cat come from? What are we doing here?
Yeah, we just got to shoehorn this in, you know.
It's
I
like,
mean, they're
more witch
wearing
shit.
they're
Black
wearing the
cat.
hats, right? And they're like trying to do like the
I
whole thing
enjoyed
at
the
the end.
outfits there, but
Yeah,
yeah, there's the black cat. We're like, yeah, now she has a cat.
yeah.
Okay. So what'd you give this?
I gave
I
it a
gave
one.
it I gave it a two. I was a little kinder. There you go.
Yeah, I gave it a one. I struggled with this movie. I'm like, this movie is not funny.
Yeah.
But anyway.
There's some stuff that like the kazoo thing generally got a laugh out of me. I'm like, all right, that
Sure,
works.
there's some stuff that chuckled me. I mean, maybe you're right, but I think it'll balance out by me
Yeah.
going slightly higher in other categories, so I'm not gonna quibble.
All right. So supporting characters. Since I already
Yeah,
talked about Nicole Kidman, we can skip that. So we got Diane Weist and Stockard Channing as Aunt Jet and Frances Owens.
they're great. In a really small, thankless role, they're great.
Yeah. No,
Who
Sally.
don't want these as your aunts that you're living with? Like,
I of course, Stockard Channing, New York legend. Stockard Channing, Rizzo in Grease, West Wing, Six
legend
Degrees
in general.
Separation. Stockard
Yeah,
Channing is fucking baller, and Diane
yeah.
Weiss, same deal. I mean, just an
She's
absolute legend of
really good.
actress.
Yeah,
So yeah, having these two here is just like they're like throwing heat every couple of seconds that they're in the movie, which is not enough. It's like
yeah.
when they leave the movie, like
Yeah,
ah,
it definitely suffers when they leave, and when they come back, you're like, yes.
yeah,
That because they're so much fun as soon as they pop up on screen, and it's like weird where like we watch movies sometimes you're like certain roles you're like couldn't we have done better with the casting of this part, and then this I have like the opposite of like, whoa, we went hard. We didn't even need to go this hard for the roles here, and thank you though because it's helping.
oh yeah, tremendously. And like the outfits that they have them in throughout the whole time, they're like just slightly off.
Yeah.
Not so it works. And practicing witches, popular in town with love spells. The ants have chocolate cake for breakfast and don't have bedtimes. Feels like they have to take the L on how Jillian turned out. Okay, that might have been
Yeah,
on them.
worked for one, maybe not so much the other, right? Yeah, because they didn't even want to hear about homework. Pish posh, like
I gotta tell you, I love Stockard Channing to death. She's one of my favorite actresses of all time. Um,
fair.
there's a moment in this movie where her accent just wanders into Southern for no reason. She's from New York. She doesn't have a Southern accent. I think
And
she's like
I
an
kind of
actor
get the vibe
actor.
they're from the Massachusetts kind of area anyway,
Yeah.
right?
The
So
movie's
it's
just
like
in
weird.
Massachusetts. Like all of a sudden, she just earlier in the movie, she just becomes Southern for a half a second. Like what? What the hell happened there? I think it's just like she does so many parts and so much that just came out. Nobody
Yeah,
called her out
maybe.
on it, and no one had the balls like Stockard. We got to work on that.
Don't call her out. It
No,
worked.
no. It's like whatever she wants to do.
Whatever you want.
Um, so yeah, Goran Vishnik as Jimmy Angelo.
Yeah.
Jilly describes him as having a Dracula cowboy thing, which feels accurate.
Yeah, because he's foreign,
Bul
right? He's
Bulgarian, how you say,
Bulgarian. That's right. Yeah.
somewhere near
Um,
Transylvania.
he works, to be honest. Um, I
Yeah,
think I think he does a pretty good job in what he's asked to do
I
here.
think he does a very good job, Goran Vishnik.
Yeah.
It's probably
I
the first time
think
I ever saw him. I know later on he did ER. He was in that terrible Electra movie. He was very
ugh.
good in Hellraiser, the newest reboot.
Oh yeah, good call. I forgot that's
Yeah,
the same dude. Yeah.
he's still kicking.
Yeah, he's
So yeah, I
good.
like this guy. He's great as like he's got this look about him. He looks dangerous. He always looks very
Yes.
dangerous, and so he's perfect for this.
Yeah, you get it pretty immediately. And I feel like everything in the car and all that kind of stuff works so well a lot because of what
Hmm?
he's doing, right? You get that immediate threat and scare, and he does a good job as a ghost. Like I just there's some stuff there
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
really
The
worked.
ghost effects are good. They were really surprisingly good.
I was like, man, this is like straight out of
Casper, yeah.
Casper, but it works. Like it just
So let's get to Aiden Quinn. Um, he was. You
I
want to
don't
hear a bit
blame
of
him.
trivia first?
Sure, I don't blame him.
No, no. This is just an underwritten part.
Yeah,
Uh,
just really
like I said,
bad
I've
at it.
seen him be good in other things. Like
Yeah,
one of the best things he ever did was another romantic comedy called Betty and June. He's very,
good
very good in that
call.
movie.
Good call. Good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, he's maybe the best part of that movie. Um, and so yeah, I know he's capable of great work and just like nothing you could do with this. But yeah,
Well, I
he was
guess
not.
because he is supposed to be the straight guy in a ridiculous situation.
Mhm.
And so they try to play with that a little bit in this movie, but they didn't give it any room to breathe or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
he comes in almost an hour into the movie, and he's an hour and 44 minutes, and even then, he's
yeah,
not in the movie that much.
gosh,
So,
if you just cut off the beginning part of the movie. Uh,
well, you want to hear about who was originally cast?
yeah, yeah, you told me this would be a doozy.
Originally cast in this role was a young Timothy Oliphant.
Fascinating.
He's only uh, slightly young. I think he's only like a 3 year age difference or 2 year age difference from Sandra Bullock. So it kind of, or 4 years age difference, Sandra Bullock. So it worked.
Younger,
Um,
or I would
he's
assuming,
four
right?
years younger. He's 4 years younger. He's only like a year younger than Nicole Kidman. Uh,
Huh.
Timothy Oliphant. So Timothy Oliphant uh, got fired from this movie and replaced by
Wow.
Aiden Quinn. And then because he was just happened to be, he ended up like just staying in the same LA hotel room that he was already booked for. Uh, and he ended up taking the part in Go.
Oh, I
He
love
was the
Go.
good drug dealer.
He's
It's the nice drug dealer, whatever.
you British ass happy now. Wow, that's funny. I mean,
Yeah.
interesting. I
I thought that would
can't
take you back.
picture it.
Here's the thing. I can.
I guess it. I mean, it makes sense because I guess I
I
have a hard time placing his age in the time period. This is '98, right? I mean, how long
Yeah.
ago was Scream when he's playing a college kid?
Scream 2 was the year before this.
So he's playing a college kid literally a year before.
Yeah.
So it's weird to me. Like that's the weird thing to me. So obviously he was too old to be that college kid.
Oh yeah.
Um,
They were all too old.
I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but like, I don't
He
know.
was like 29 years old when this movie came out. Practical Magic. So he could easily play
Okay.
like a cop, investigator, whatever. But
Right.
he definitely looked younger. You
Yeah.
give him different hair and everything like that. And if he's coming in here and he's doing his like Justified bit, uh, that's a panty dropper. It's like
For
there
sure.
isn't like I don't think I have heard women talk about a man as excitedly as I've heard like consistently about Timothy Olyphant for like a good decade. Just like
Is it
woo,
weird that
they get excited for
you
him.
probably heard it before women from me too, which is weird? Because I had like a weird thing for this guy really, really
Yeah,
early
you
on.
had all the stock on him in Scream 2. You were like, I love
I
this
know.
guy's look.
This guy's
Yeah,
awesome.
wild. And I was like, I was so bitter about the ending of Scream 2. I'm like, I don't see it.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's
yeah, then
because like I have always have an obsession with somebody that can any actor or actress that can emote so much with their face without having to say that much words. And he fits that bill for me. Like I feel like most of my actor and actress obsessions are
well,
people that do that.
and
And
that's
I was
that's
like noticing it right away in Scream 2 with that guy. And I was like, this guy's awesome.
yeah, and clearly that's why he got cast in just I'm sorry, not Justified. Well, Justified too, but also in
Right.
where he really blew up because that's
Right.
that's a guy who had very little to say and lots
You
face
can
acting. He
say
was
so much
brilliant on that
exactly without
show.
having to say much. And yeah, he's great.
Yes, he is. But so
Yeah.
yeah, we got Aiden Quinn.
Yeah, which again, I don't know how much he could have done better because it's such an underwritten part and it has no room to breathe at all, and it's pretty thankless role.
Yeah, he's there because Jimmy is wanted in suspicion for a murder where a woman was left strangled on the side of the road with a brand on her, which Jimmy tried to do to Jilly. So he
Yeah,
works
so
for
I
the
guess he's kind of a serial killer-ish thing.
or was on his road to be. I don't know.
I
But
guess
he's
it's like a
special
weird
investigator at the
random
state's prosecutor
drop.
office in Tucson. That's another thing. The accent kind of threw me too. I'm like, why are we?
Yeah, why are
Because he's
you in
doing this like
Tucson?
it's like doing this like country accent like from Tucson. And I was like,
Or you should be from Texas or Oklahoma or something, like Tucson?
Arizona's got that like country western type look to it. But it's still it's
I
like
guess.
why are we doing that accent with it? I think he was just trying. It's like, listen, I am only in this movie for like 15 minutes. I'm gonna have some fun while I'm here.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but it's they have no chemistry, and it's a dud to me.
Um, you know what, you might be
I'm
right.
dying to see Timothy
I think they're
Olyphant and Sandra
both
Bullock in a movie together
charismatic
now.
in general. They're both so charismatic. I mean Sandra Bullock more than anyone else, obviously.
Oh
So it's
yeah,
not like awful by any means. But yeah, I would. I mean, again, I think Sandra Bullock seems to have worked with like everybody,
I
right? I
know, but now
mean,
I just like, really want to see her with Timothy Olyphant and something like I want to see that.
it's a crazy. Did you ever watch the zombie thing he did? Would you bury him more?
No, I
That
didn't.
was that any good? Like
Santa
I
Clarita method or whatever.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like
nah,
that seemed like a slightly different role for him too. That sounded interesting, and I just never got around to checking it out.
I never got around to it because it was just Netflix. I'm like, I don't want to watch any more Netflix
That's
stuff.
fair. That's fair. Because you
Um,
never know when it's going to cancel it after a
yeah,
season.
yeah. Uh, so then we got Evan Rachel Wood as Kylie Owens and Alexandra Artrip as
Did not
Tony Owens.
realize at first that was Evan Rachel Wood.
Well, she's 10, so
I know. I
this
mean, I was like, oh wow, wow. Like it was kind of one of those moments, like when looking up
it's
afterwards.
not much to say. They're cute kids.
They are. They have their
Tonio's wearing mouse
moments
ears around town all the time for some reason. It's weird, but
when they throw the syrup over into the water
they're
and they're
cute kids being
celebratory
cute.
about it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
adorable. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, Sally, by the way, runs like this little like boutique shop where she sells like
Right.
organic moisturizer and shampoo.
Right.
And for some reason, it has character actress Margot Martindale and Chloe Webb working there. Seems like an
Yeah.
excessive amount of workforce for that small little place. But do you know Chloe Webb off the top of your head, by the way? You're like, did you look up who she was? I was curious.
That one I was like, I know her and I had
Yeah, you
looked up, I
did.
was like, oh, I've seen her tons in various other,
Most famously
various
for Tim and
things.
me, because we watched so many times
Yeah.
Danny DeVito's girlfriend in Twins.
Yeah. Yes.
But yeah, always
Um,
like delighted to see her. Like she's good. She has like
yeah.
presence about her and has a
No, Margot
unique way
Martindale.
of talking. Well, Margot Martindale's the goat. I
I
mean,
mean, I was like, I was so excited to see her. Did not recall her being in this movie. I was like, oh my God.
yeah, yeah, she was legit just a character actress for a very long time before she got to be Margot Martindale.
Yeah.
She got to
And
be Unjustified on season 2, which is
uh,
the best, and then the
so
Americans
good.
for years.
And the
It's just like,
Americans, she was so good. She was so
yeah,
good in both those shows. It's just like, man, you were so underqualified to be like
overqualified.
overqualified, sorry.
Yeah.
Overqualified to be in this role. Oh my God, you're amazing.
Hmm.
And so yeah, that was really weird. And then like Mary Gross or
Yeah,
whatever
Mary
like
Gross is
that
there too. Good
played
call. I forgot to
Debbie.
mention her.
You've
Yeah.
seen her in a bunch of things too. She's the one with the
Oh,
little dustbuster that comes in like, is this okay? Like you're like,
Tim and
oh
I
my
have
gosh.
seen Feds more times than we can count. And
Yeah, she's in so many of these. Oh gosh, I remember Feds is so funny.
yeah.
Yeah, she's
Two
had
Beverly
so many
Hills.
little bit roles too. And she's really good. And it's weird because I think she's only in that like one scene. I don't remember
She's
having
in
her
the
more than the.
classroom
Is she?
too.
She's just
Yeah.
there. Like
She's the one who
okay.
says like there's a tattoo on her boob or whatever.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Because I
Uh,
didn't really clock her until that scene. I'm like, oh my God.
so I gave this category a 3.5. And it's my highest rated
Um,
category.
I gave it a 3.
Okay.
I gave
So
it a
your
3.
final score is what?
10 and a half, I think.
Oh, okay. I'm really fine with that. 10.5. I have it as a 10. So
Okay, so we're a half point difference. You're cool with going it up. Okay.
sure.
Uh
Like I said, I like the vibe.
yeah, it's not bad. It's just not gonna particularly do that amazingly well in some of these categories. And I was really concerned. I was like, at least there started to be a little bit more comedy as we started to go through, or at least bits. And I'm like, oh no, this is like barely rom-com.
Mm.
And the ROM is not great either. It's like it's doing not great in the two categories where it needs to do well. And I'm like, man, when I draft this, I was almost thinking of so many people that I've talked to who love this movie. And I'm like, man, if we had viewer input, I think this would be a solid pick for me. But since it's just between you and I'm realizing this is a bad pick. And so, dang.
I guess you analyze it for more than a minute, it falls apart, but it's just pleasant. It's fucking pleasant.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's a good watch. Like yeah, and everybody's doing a really good job in it. And again, I really dig the thing we don't really get into because it's not really in the categories really. I kind of like the levity blended in with some darkness thing that
yeah,
I think it actually kind of tonally pulls off.
yeah. They put a
Where
little chocolate in this peanut butter in it. Yeah, we like that stuff here.
yeah, like I kind of like that and I appreciate it for that.
So the soundtrack, we already talked about a bunch of them,
Yeah.
but you got the first needle drop is "This Kiss" by Faith Hill.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
It's the needle drop for this movie.
Marvin Gaye's "Got to Give It Up." Very good. That's where Nicole Kidman is dancing at the pool.
All
The
right. You get
pool
some
by,
Stevie Nicks songs too in this movie.
well, of course, you have Stevie Nicks on. It's a movie about witches. Got to have Stevie Nicks.
Right, right, right.
Did you, by the way, recognize the pool that Nicole Kidman was dancing around at?
No.
It's the
Should
same
I?
pool as Boogie Nights. Same house. It's the Boogie Nights house.
Totally makes sense now. It seemed so much smaller, which was weird. Thinking off the top of my head, but maybe I need to rewatch Boogie Nights, which, is not a bad thing.
Not a bad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joni Mitchell, yeah, A Case of
Yeah.
You, some
Yeah,
comedy
there's
there.
like
I
yeah,
don't like Joni Mitchell, but
I put down Stevie Nicks, I put down Joni Mitchell. I was kind of like, I
well,
get
Elvis
it.
is always on
It's
my
not
mind as a
really my
huge one for
thing.
this movie.
Yeah, which was mostly good because I kind of like the creep factor that they go with it. Like when the ants start singing it again after we hear him
Yeah,
singing it. So like I like the way it
we hear
was
it on the radio, him
used.
singing it, then say,
Right,
yeah,
right, 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 right. I like that recall. I kind of like how it was used. Not that I'm like, oh yeah, I love and throw down for the song. And again, it's kind of the same thing with Joni Mitchell and Stevie Nicks. It's like, yeah, I get why people like this, but it's not really my thing. Um,
yeah. But it is my thing, Tim. Harry Nilsson's Coconut, just all timer. Like every time I hear that song, I'm
It's an
like,
all-timer, and again, it's incredibly well used because I think when people mostly think about this movie, they remember that scene.
yeah, Midnight
Like,
Margaritas,
what
baby.
person doesn't want to be like jam out and have some margs, and you're like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's again, as you said before, it's well to vibe with. Like, it's just like
Hmm.
yeah.
So, but I gave this soundtrack rating a 2.5.
Okay, I only gave it a two. Um, The Faith Hill, yeah, for sure. Although again, it's not exactly going to be like a go-to for me in general. But I'm like, yeah, this song was huge. And then Coconut is great, but then the rest of it I don't exactly love and vibe with that much. So yeah, I only went two. Um, yeah, I have a significant others thing as I usually like to do, but it's pretty short. Uh, my wife really liked the ending. Um, and enjoyed that whole little end bit with the town embracing her kind of deal at the end kind of deal and feeling accepted. She really liked that. She really felt like there was too much of this Jimmy storyline, and she was kind of like they needed to fixate on one of these relationships more, and so she didn't like that. And she liked that the phone tree thing came back at the end as a thing to get the coven. And she really enjoyed how that came full circle. And that was about it
Okay.
for the wife thoughts.
Um, so the town they live in has a chowder shop. Not sure if the restaurant is just called
Chowder.
Chowder or they only serve chowder, but I love it. And I would like to live in a
Chowder.
town that just has chowder. The crazy old lady accusing Sally of running a placenta bar.
Oh yeah, I like that one. That made me laugh. I forgot about that one.
That was Chuck Norris's mom in Top Dog, that actress.
Oh, okay.
Back to Top Dog, Tim.
Good. Thanks. Woohoo.
So the entire house was a specially built architectural shell that was torn down after filming. It was
Oh
built
wow.
on rented land, and even the blossoms of the trees are fake, made of silk. After the
Hmm.
movie came out, production got a call from Barbara Streisand who wanted to buy the house. But because the house is built on parkland that had Native American heritage, no digging was allowed, which is one reason the house was only a shell.
Hmm.
Um, this is also the reason why the house was torn down as soon as the filming was finished.
Do we know where it was filmed and built?
It's filmed out in Washington, in the state of Washington, off on the coast.
Okay.
It's
I
supposed to
wasn't
take
sure it
place
was
in
like
Massachusetts.
I was like, is this it almost the town vibes? I was almost giving some Jaws Amityville
Yeah, it's playing
vibes.
Nantucket, but it's somewhere out in Washington. An unexpected issue that director Griffin Dunn, do you know, remember Griffin Dunn, by the way? He was like the friend in American Werewolf in London when he becomes a zombie. That's where
Oh,
he
okay.
directed this movie. Encounter was the number of takes the lead actors need to complete each scene. Sandra Bullock generally finished in 2 or 3 takes. Nicole Kidman had just spent the previous 18 months working with Stanley Kubrick on Eyes
Oh
Wide
no.
Shut and was now used to doing 70 or 80 takes on a single scene.
She was conditioned.
Yes.
He is famous for that, so I can see how that would break somebody.
Yeah. So the budget for this movie was, get ready for this, $75 million, which in today's money is a little under 150 million. Uh,
Wow, that's a
and it had
lot.
and it had a worldwide gross of over 46.7 million, which in today's money is a little over 93.1. Big bomb, big loser. Did not do well.
But man, it has a following.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cult. That's why we're getting a sequel.
I know. I was surprised when that got announced. I was like,
Very
oh.
curious to see if Aiden Quinn shows up for that. um, be funny if they just have Timothy Olyphant play the part.
uh, I'd love it.
They
Let's do
should.
it. Oh, that feels mean. That feels mean now. Like it's not his fault. I don't
No,
know.
no.
Yeah.
We're just making jokes here. It's fine.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. For
So
sure.
this movie debuted at number one in its debut weekend. Other debuts that weekend were the classic Bride of Chucky, which came in at number two. It ultimately made more money than Practical Magic.
I
And
believe it
at
with
number
that cult
five,
following.
the Oprah Winfrey star vehicle Beloved, which I never saw.
Yeah, I don't know it either.
I know it. I just didn't care
Yeah,
to watch it.
not a fan.
Yeah, starring Oprah Winfrey and Danny Glover. I think. Oh God,
Yeah, I don't remember.
and someone else. I can't remember her name. Also,
Gosh, though, I remember how much you love Bride of Chucky.
Bride of Chucky's a great movie, Tim.
I know I never really, I didn't really get
Yes,
vibe with the Chuckies too much, so
I'm gonna make you start watching the Chucky sequels.
I didn't need
It's gonna
something in return, so I don't know. You have to sweeten that pot.
okay. So next week,
Yeah, your pick, right? From your movies. What are we
yep,
doing?
uh, we are going to London, England, and we are going to watch Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Four weddings and a funeral. All right. Is that
Get your,
streaming anywhere? Do we know?
uh, it's a good question. I didn't
Yeah.
check. Get your floppy hair ready. Four Weddings and a Funeral
I'll tell you, my subtitles will
is
be on.
not streaming anywhere.
Not streaming.
No,
Man, that's crazy. I can't believe it's not streaming anywhere.
tis a rental.
All
So
right,
you got
fair
anything
enough.
else?
No, man, that's all I got.
All right. That is it for us. Please show your support for the podcast by leaving a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or wherever you happen to listen to the show. Also, sharing is caring. Be sure to follow us on social media for the show updates. You can contact us by emailing at filmblowchamp@gmail.com or find us by searching for the hashtag filmblowchamp. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Film Blows Championship Podcast. It's not goodbye, it's just till we meet again.
Peace out, everyone.